Hello, everybody. Hello. How's it going? Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. Let's see here. Hey, Ronma, how you doing? Hey, Piranha, thank you for deeming your park entrance. Hey, Spino, how are we doing? Also, Scorpio, thank you so much for deeming your park entrance. Hello, everybody. How has it been? It has been a little bit, hasn't it? But yes, Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. Hi, Jackie. How you doing? How you doing, Jackie? Yeah, I'm doing good, Spino. Thank you. Hang on, let me give Jackie a shout out real quick. But yeah, so while I was gone, there has been a lot that has been going on in my personal life, and things that I thought were going to be soon just became sooner. So a lot of things has happened, right? So a lot of things has happened in relatively a short amount of time. I'm good, just stressed as fuck, but I'm still kicking. Yeah, I'm doing well, Jackie. I'm doing well. Because like right now, I'm just kind of catching up with everybody. Like I mentioned, things that also Jackie, thank you for resubscribing for 3 whole months. I don't know why. Oh, there we go. There it is. The still wonky, notifications where it shows 3 times. I still haven't figured out how to fix that. I still haven't figured out. Yeah, I still have not figured out how to fix that. I'm gonna try to talk to CJ about it or Joopy because they're usually like my go-to tech supports. But yeah, so a lot of things happened, and also, I'm not gonna lie, in December, I was really not in a very good mindset, and I just needed to get away from everything for a little bit, and now I'm back, and I feel a lot more refreshed than I was before, because I missed everybody, I really did. We're coming from a cough. Oh, I'm sorry, Spine. I hope you get. I hope you get better a lot quicker. No, like coughs are no fun. Yeah, no, coughs are like absolutely no fun. But yeah, no. So a lot of things happened in December. Especially since they all just happened like straight up like back to back, like just bam, 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 just like one after the other. And then like even now today, right? Even now today, there is still things that require my attention, and things that I thought were going to be happening in like say the spring or the summer. Now it's getting pushed to essentially soon. I can't say when, but it's going to be pretty soon. It's a new year. Yeah, it is a new me and a new year. The other thing though is that while I was away, I managed to fix my stupid connection issues. Also, thank you for redeeming your park entrance, Rama. Yeah, so I managed to fix my connection issue. So what happened was that I also changed my hi Yoy, how are you doing? So basically what happened was that I changed my server in OBS from like North America to Japan, and since that I haven't had any issues. I haven't had 0 issues. I think my connection dipped into the yellow like once. Like once. Also, thank you for redeeming your park entrance. Thank you. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about today. And because there was some stuff that was announced, right? So there was some stuff, and also Spino, thank you for redeeming your park entrance. But there was some stuff that popped up while I was away. And I want to gush over it because it's got me going. First of all, is that I actually did get my HMM salamander. It's being shipped. It's being shipped in, so hopefully, knock on wood, I actually get my salamander. Hopefully by Friday, because I really want that to be the model kit building stream for this week. Because I already went ahead and I built the Hazel custom off stream. I also took the time to build the Master Grade Gelgoog, also off stream as well. I thought you meant like no. So what it is that it is a pterosaur zoid. It is called the salamander. Now in North America, the North American release, it was known as the pteramander for reasons. But yeah, it is supposedly the tallest zoid in the HMM line, by Kotobukiya, with the Gojulus, their rendition of the Gojulus being their biggest. They did, yeah, like when it comes to the North American release of Zoids, there were a few Zoids that got their names changed. Like, for example, Salamander was called the Pteramander, Berserk Fury was Berserk Fury, Hellcat was Attack Cat, Stealth Viper became Venomous Viper, Saber Tiger became Zaberfang. There's a few, War Dick became War Shark. I think a couple of others as well, but those are the ones that come, that I can think of right now. My first introduction, yeah, War Dick, yeah, War Dick. Hey, Dragon, how you doing? Yeah, so in Zoids, there is a quote-unquote shark-type Zoid called the War Shark. Now, when it came over here, or when it was originally released in Japan, it was known as the War Dick. Hi, Paleo, how you doing? Honestly, I don't quite know what fish it's supposed to be. It says it's a shark. Some say it's a shark. Some say it's a fish. Some say it's a coelacanth. It is a fish type Zoid. We'll just say. No, it's not a Remora. It's definitely not a Remora. It's looks more like something you would see from like the Precambrian era. Let's see here. Here we go. Because we're gonna go over a lot of these. We're gonna go over all of these today because why not? No, it's not a Dunkleosteus. Oh, it's far from a Dunkleosteus. No, it's this little guy. Oh, wait, why is my Steam Deck not working today? Okay, hold up. Oh, wait. I know why. I know exactly why. There we go. That's better. Okay, yeah, I had the wrong model pulled up. Technically the right model, but the wrong model at the same time. But yeah, so this is the War Shark. Yeah, so this is the War Shark, aka the War Dick. It is a fish of some type. Don't quite know what it is. But it is a prehistoric fish of some variety. Maybe I'm gonna shoot for Precambrian era fish, but for all intents and purposes, it's a shark. It's pretty much as close as you'll get to a shark Zoid in Zoids. But yeah, so when this came over to the States, this little guy was known as the War Shark, but in its original Japanese release, it was known as the War Dick. So obviously, this thing got changed. And there's other ones too, like Berserk Fury became Berserk Fury. You had let's see here, Berserk Fuhrer. You had Saber Tiger in Japan, and you had Saber Fang in the States. You had a lot of these things. But speaking of Zoids, I'm trying to remember which one it is. Which one is this? So speaking of Seaborn Zoids, so this little bugger was just announced and was just dropped out of fucking nowhere. So this, luckily, my good friend Phobos retweeted this. So what this is that this little guy is the Sea Panther. Yeah, so this one is the Sea Panther. Sea Panther is a hermit crab type Zoid. It is basically the Gylos Empire's equivalent of like a beach assault type Zoid, where you can go out on the beach and it can unload troops, similar to what you'll see like in Watercraft, like in like say like Saving Private Ryan. It's kind of fills that little role. But what's really cool about this one, so this is part of the AZ line. So AZ are the newer, they're like the newer model kits where they're motorized, either by wind up or battery operate. I think they're all battery operate. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, so this one is what is known as the Gylo Specification Edition. So what this is, that this is the black and bright luminescent green. So this is the Dark Continent of Nyx variant. Yeah, it's neon green, yes. But yeah, so this is a Sea Panther from the Dark Continent of Nyx, which would also, there will be other Zoids as well from the Dark Continent, including like neon green and black War Dicks. Held Gunners also made their introduction with that. In fact, that was their original color scheme, which is an iguana type Zoid. The fan favorite and the highly sought after Zoid, the Dead Border, is kind of like the poster child, along with the Darkhorn, are two poster children from the Dark Continent of Nyx. Darkhorns are black and green variants of the Red Horn, which are Styracosaurus type Zoids. And then you have Dead Border, which is a Tarbosaurus type Zoid. It is one of only two Tyrannosaur Zoids in the franchise that are not T-Rex Zoids. The other one being the Gorgocannon, which is a Gorgosaurus type Zoid. Unless you want to count other Zoids that are labeled T-Rex, but they're not really T-Rex because, well, they have to go into some kind of category. Like, say, the Gogulyses come to mind. The Gogulyses are not really T-Rex, but they have to be just because they can't sit there and say Godzilla-type Zoids. In some packaging, the Deathsaur is also a T-Rex, even though it's not a T-Rex, it's just a generic dinosaur. No. So, Gorgocannons are a very, very, very old Zoid. They are very, very old. They're from the 80s. Well, all of these are from the 80s. See if I can remember what it's... I believe it's called the Gorgocannon. I want to say it's the Gorgocannon. Let me see here. Oh, I'm sorry. It's called the Gorgo Launcher. My bad. It's the Gorgo Launcher. No, so the Gorgo Launcher is a small little Zoid from the original 1980s line. And this little subline of Zoids were small Zoids that could actually have like a little alt mode. Right? So these little guys had like a little alt mode to them. And they were also, I guess you could say the best way to describe them is that they are weaponizers. They can turn into a little weapon pack for your other Zoids. And it's cute. I personally, if this thing was not a fucking fortune, I would love to own one. Because unfortunately, with these little Zoids, there was a couple of others in this line, but Gorgo Launcher is one of the more popular ones, and it's also very rare. I don't even think Phobos has one, and he's like the Zoids guy. Like, these things go for, I want to say they almost go for like $1,000 or more if they pop up on eBay. But yeah, this is like the only other non-T-Rex Tyrannosaurozoid. And let me see here. Because there is also... Make sure you check the wiki. Let's go to D. Because the Dead Border is also like a really cool Zoid. And it's highly sought after by collectors. This is typically like a Zoid that a lot of collectors have for like a bragging right. It's kind of like a staple piece to your collection. Either get it as the original 1980s release or I think it was like the mid 2000s release of this guy. There's also a very rare what is known as the Battle Rex, which was from the which was a version of the Dead Border that was going to be in Zoid's Fusors, but it never really saw like any form of release. And those who have it, I fucking hate you. But yeah, so this was also intended for the Zoid's Fusors line. But you can see it rocking that really sick dark continent of Nyx black and green. It's really cool. So that is the Sea Panther. And this one, so it says reservations for this little guy is going to start in this month. So if you want one, go ahead and grab it. So the other thing that was announced, and this took everybody by surprise. Not that, but it was this. So this right here is a teaser for an upcoming release. We don't, wink wink, we don't know what it is. But anybody with a brain cell who is a Zoids fan knows exactly what this is. This is the teaser for the, and I'm going to show Phobos' picture because the fucker put a picture in here. It's a teaser for the fucking Ultrasaurus. Yeah. They are actually going to release an Ultrasaurus. Because what that is right there, so what this is that this is the tip of the gravity cannon. So, and even on here, so this is AZ something codename Super Dreadnought. And again, everybody with a brain cell knows that that tip is the tip of the gravity cannon. So we are going to see a more modern rendition of an Ultrasaurus, which I think is really good because, like I mentioned with the Dead Border, Ultrasauruses are kind of like a staple for Zoid collectors. Almost every Zoid collector has an Ultrasaurus, whether it being like the Zoids 2 release from back in the early 90s, Robostrucks. I want to say it was Robostrucks from I think it was Robostrucks. Yeah, Robostrucks from the late-ish 80s, early-ish 90s, give or take. There is also the new Japanese release. There's the American release. There's the 80s release. Like, a lot of Zoid collectors have an Ultrasaurus. Or if you're a crazy guy like Phobos, you have 20. I don't know where he gets them, and it's terrifying. No, I'm just kidding. I love that guy. But yeah, so what's interesting about the Ultrasaurus model kit is that there's a difference between the two from the original Japanese release from the 2000s line and what we got in the States. There is a mold difference between the two. So this here is what I'm assuming this is the American release of the Ultrasaurus. Now, the differences between the two molds is that in the American release, they actually widened the shoulders of the Ultrasaurus to give it a more bow-legged stance to help it walk. Because one of the issues with the Ultrasaurus is that it is notorious for tipping over because it has so much weight going on in the front because of its long ass neck. So hopefully with a ZA Ultrasaurus, maybe we'll have a remedy of it not tipping over. And because you have the Death Soar, then yes, pretty much Ultrasaurus is right around the corner. Unless they really wanted to go full-on battle story and give us a ZA Mad Thunder. Which I don't think they will. That'd be great if they did. Now, this Zoid is something that people have been demanding for, I don't know how long. But basically, this is the Urban Assault Command Wolf from the Realized Model Kit series. Now, this variant of the Command Wolf only appeared in, I want to say, only one episode. It only appeared in one, if I remember correctly, it only appeared in one episode. But it stuck with fans because I would see so many people customize Command Wolves to look like this. Like, this was a very, very, very popular custom. Yeah, no, like, this, like, people love this Command Wolf. And the fact that we're now finally getting one, people are losing their minds. People are overjoyed at the fact that this is getting a release. Well, basically what it is that it's a heavy-duty assault variant of the Command Wolf that is supposedly designed for urban combat, but as a guy who is in the army, I don't see how this would be good for urban combat. It is too bulky. And you would be causing way too much collateral damage with the four tube cannons on its back. But yeah, so this is coming out, well, I should say not coming out, but the reservations will be open up this month. So check out today's sponsor, which is HobbyLinkJapan, your #1 hobby store in the world for all of your anime figure and Zoid model kit needs. Use my chat command code !HLJ to take you directly to the website, and if not, there is my link down below in the panel. Scott, I need to get back in my game. I haven't done this in a while. I wonder. I don't think they'll do it yet, but oh god, no. Thank God there aren't any Zoid Funko Pops. Thank Christ. But also, coming out this month, we also have, I don't know if they have it here. I do not know if they have her posted here. I might have to look it up on T-Spark's actual, like, Twitter page. Hang on real quick. Let me see here. Because I might have to go to T-Spark itself, which is the overall, like, umbrella group for, like, Takara Tomy, where they cover Zoids, Diaclone, Transformers. It's like the main page. No, I don't think so. Okay, hang on, let me pull this up real quick. Because we do have another Zoids release. Let's see here, T-Spark. Which is, funny enough, which is VTuber related. So, this here is part of their, what is known as the Metamorphose line. So, this is an anime figure with a model kit built around her. And she is actually, so this is actually a VTuber. Like, she is a VTuber that is she's a Zoids VTuber. She is the official Takara Tomy Zoids VTuber. Me and Phobos are out of a job. Because, I mean, like, look, I'm gonna be honest here with you guys. I don't know, would you want to listen to more about who talking about Zoids? A hot, sexy Dino Man with killer abs, or Booba. No, she's not canon. She's not canon, but she is like a little mascot for. She is a little mascot for Takara Tomy. So her first outing is that she has a little model kit built around her, that you can snap off or pop off, and her little armor set actually makes a little blade liger. Like, you can have a chibi little blade liger. It's really cute. It's actually really, really cute. Here we go. That's the chibi blade liger you get when you pop off all of her armor. It's super adorable. So this is going to, so if she does really well and Fiona does really well, because that's going to be the next figure in this line, is that we will also get Fiona. But Fiona will have armor that will break off and make a little Zeke figure. I'm honestly tempted to get more than just one, so that way to have a monitor. Honestly, do it. I mean, like, it's your money. I'm not gonna tell you like, hey, don't do it. You know, I'm just saying. But it'll tip. But you know what? But you know what else though? If you use my chat command code !HLJ, it'll take you directly to the where you can actually buy her. And I believe she is going to be released here in a few weeks. I'm just saying. But yeah, no, it's cute. I'm excited. We don't get these kind of figures too often with Zoids. Yeah, we don't get these too often when it comes to Zoids. The last time we had one, it was a Shield Liger girl. And from what I remember, she didn't sell too well. So I'm guessing they're going to give this another go. Hopefully we get maybe Lena with a gun sniper, or Naomi with a gun sniper, or say, or maybe Kotona with a rainbow jerk. There's possibilities here. There are possibilities here. So I'm just saying. Let's see here. What else? So speaking of Zoids, so this got released last month. So this here is the HMM Salamander. So these are also supposed to be like in scale with the original model kit. So Salamanders were very big Zoids. Like, even the original model kits, they were very, very big Zoids. And as far as I'm aware of, they were the only Zoids in the line that has a projectile missile gimmick. I think they were the only ones that have this until Fusors came out. But yes, they are very tall, and this big son of a bitch is going to have the largest wingspan of any Zoid. Which is goddamn insane. So this is what we're going to be building Friday if things go well and it shows up. Honestly, I forgot that she's being released in January. I thought she was going to be released in March. Nope, she is going to be released in January. So if you don't have her pre-ordered, I don't know if the pre-order window is still open. But you could still, I think you could still try. Let's see here. Okay. So that is, I think that's, oh wait, no. I take it back. So when it comes to Zoids, so we also got a couple of other things that was dropped on us. So one of those being is that we now have, at least with the Lightning Sykes. So this here is a re-release of not just the Lightning Sykes, but a very much fan favorite variant of the HMM Lightning Sykes. So this is the HMM Lightning Sykes Irvine edition. So the difference is that you have this big bulky test armor from the debut episode of the Lightning Sykes, where the Command Wolf's, I guess you could say its spirit kicks in and it shrugs off all the armor. That is also why this particular Lightning Sykes also comes with orange eyes. I don't know if the color scheme is a little bit lighter than the standard. I don't know. It looks like it. It does look like it. But also, it comes with an Irvine figure. So that's really, really cool. But yeah, outside of that, it is just a standard re-release of the Lightning Sykes. In that one shot, its eyes are green. Yeah, that is because, so there's a difference. So typically Lightning Sykes have green eyes. So during the anime, the Genobreaker crushes the Command Wolf, which is Irvine Zoid. And in order for it to save the for them to save the Command Wolf, but also keep the Lightning Sykes under control, because this thing would crash. So this thing would crash, and no one was able to pilot it until Irvine stepped in and inserted the piece of the Command Wolf's memory part of its core into the Lightning Sykes. So that's how we got green eyes and then orange eyes for the Command Wolf's canopy. Does it have no? So what it is that if you want to have it with orange eyes or green eyes, you would have to disassemble the head in order for you to do that. It's a thing that happens in Zoid Zoid kits. They rarely ever do like interchangeable parts like that. And Lightning Sykes are uber fragile. So make sure you know which one you want, because pulling these things apart to change them out is a bitch. But you also have splayed out claws. They also come in retract. Now this is cool. So you can actually switch out the claws. So you can rotate the claws from either being extended or retracted, which is really cool. And also what's unique, there's actually a couple unique pieces to the HMM variant that aren't in the original model kit or even in the anime. That being that the gun here on top can swivel. The original model kit and in the anime, it couldn't do that. In fact, that was actually a plot point in the New Century Zero anime where BitCloud was fighting Jack Sisko's Lightning Sykes. Because the Liger Zero could pivot. Or the Liger Zero Jaeger could pivot. Lightning Sykes, it's just a straight line because it can't turn its main booster. And then we also have, so something that they've been doing a lot with Zoid kits lately is that they also give you a clear canopy version. So if you want to paint that that's exclusively if you want to paint it yourself. So you can have it in any color that you really want. And then we got everyone's favorite murder hobo right there. We got a picture of the Lightning Sykes. So again, this is a snippet from the anime. And so is that when the armor breaks off. That's also another scene where I think that's a battle during the Death Stinger. And then we get this really cool shot, because now you can actually recreate the three main guys from Guardian Force, or the second season of Chaotic Century, which is really cool. And there we go. There is the Genobreaker. So it's really cool that they're doing this, because this particular variant of the Lightning Sykes was very sought after by collectors, because the aftermarket for this guy went through the roof, and he went for cuckoo amount of money. That and the Irvine edition of the Command Wolf also went for a crazy amount of money. And honestly, it's not a bad kit. Like, overall, it's not a bad... Like, the Lightning Sykes itself is not a bad kit. It is extremely fragile. It is extremely fragile because of its small frame, and a lot of the parts are very thin. The polycaps for its legs are a nightmare to deal with. So are the polycaps for the waist. They are also a nightmare to deal with, just because they don't really have grip. And even changing out the claws here for the splayed out claws are a pain in the butt. Because these are also very fragile with very fragile pins. And you can easily snap them. And I hate that so much. So this isn't the only one that is getting a re-release. The other one, and sadly, and I actually did pre-order this one. I have this one on pre-order. So this one right here is the Lena Gun Sniper variant. And this one also is very highly sought after by collectors because Lena is a very popular character. And her gun sniper is fucking ridiculous. Because she pretty much just went to the armory and just strapped whatever she could on her gun sniper. Just to kind of get a one-up on Naomi, who is pretty much her rival. But it's a really, really cool gun sniper regardless. Yeah, I learned that the hard way. I was rearranging my... Yeah, so like over time, like those gun snipers can just fall to dust. The head on my gun sniper is broken and it's glued together because, again, gentle as possible with it, but it broke. So this is a good time for me to get a replacement gun sniper or replacement lightning sights. The gun sniper is not bad as well. It is one of my favorite Zoids of all time. Yeah. I know what you were talking about. But yeah, so the gun sniper isn't that bad, right? The gun sniper is not that bad. There are a little bit of issues here and there. For the time, it wasn't bad in terms of its parts. It's kind of like still one of those older HMM Zoids where they had small details just because they could, but it was very minimum. And it is funny that she does come with the grocery basket full of like missiles and guns. I love that. Yeah, the neck wires are not really needed, but they are there. And some of the little small parts on the legs are a little bit of annoying, but regardless, it's still a good kit and I do recommend it. Now, what's also really cool, though, is that you could also take now, if you don't actually want Lena's gun sniper, you have basically a base gun sniper with the original colors. Now, the other thing is that you do have the Wild Weasel unit, which is the big giant backpack that it has, with extra guns and cannons on it. So you can take those off and give it to other Zoids. So if you have like a Red Horn or a Dark Horn or a Kong, you can slap those Gatling guns on top of them and have, if you have a Dark Horn, you can have basically a dual chain gun wielding Dark Horn or Red Horn. Or you can easily kind of recreate Colonel Schubaltz's Iron Kong that way. Not Thomas, Carl Schubaltz. So you have a lot of opportunities for this. I do want to get in there and actually kind of paint these things because she has so many like little rockets, bombs, missiles. And you can also give these to other Zoids too, because I believe those are like the little cheek missile pods you can put on a D-Bison. Oh yeah, you can also recreate this as well. Yeah, no, it is exactly what it is. Yes, it is a shopping basket. Yes. It was one episode. So, this was one episode where Lena was just skipping along in her gun sniper. Yes, she made this giant velociraptor skip. Like a schoolgirl. Skipping. And she was kidnapped and was basically used as bait for, I think, to bring out I think it was Leon Toros, who is her dad. And I think it was also I think it was this episode too where the scene comes from. This one right here is kind of funny because Harry Champ gets in the way of an explosion, shielding Lena from it, only to be left in the friend zone. Like, this man went all out and got her an engagement ring and everything just so that way he can be friend zoned. Harry Champ is a goof, but my God, what he did for this woman it's very commendable. Even though he just gets dumped in the friend zone. Because he's not the main character. And also, for what you get, that is actually a really good price for a re-release gun sniper with all the trimmings. $45, not bad. That is actually not bad at all. Again, considering that this Zoid was very highly sought after by collectors. Like, this is a fan favorite, and a lot of people wanted this thing so badly and wanted a re-release of this thing so fucking badly. Will you marry me, friends? Yeah, no, like, honestly, also, hang on, I gotta do 20 sit-ups. Yeah, no, like, he literally got friend-zoned. Because she decided that she didn't want to get married, she just wanted to be with Bit Cloud. And you cannot tell me otherwise. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, there we go. Okay. But yeah, sadly though, if you did miss the pre-order window, I feel like with this one, it should be okay because Kotobukiya has been getting a little bit better with their redistribution of certain Zoids. So we might see this, we might actually still see this later on when it gets released. Okay, so this got brought to my attention. So this here is this is called the In-Era Plus RMB line. So this here is Fenrir. And holy actual shit. Oh. Holy actual shit, does this look really good. So what this looks like is that it looks kind of like a hyper stylized variant of the Barbatos from Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans. And this looks so fucking gnarly. Like, this genuinely just looks so good. Hey, hang on. Ah, no. Hang on. There we go. There we go. Yeah, this looks so fucking gnarly. And it does look like it is based off of the Barbie. So, looking at it, I can see that the waist is kind of the same, the skirt is kind of the same, how the legs are kind of the same, and even the head is the same. I just love the Liger Zero claws for feet. Yeah, they do kind of look like Liger Zero claws. Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna try to pre-order this. If I can, I'm totally gonna try to pre-order this because, like, in terms of collecting, my my wallet's kind of spread out. Because for this year for this year we're gonna have things like Bruticus come out. And already that's going to be very expensive. And then we got the Titan class Grimlock that's coming out. And then we also have the Kang Toys Dinobot. So, yeah, my wallet's going to be stretched pretty thin. But I will try to get this. If not, then there's also just straight up third party, which is something I might actually go for this one. Yeah, I'm on USA Gundam Store, yes. So I might just stick with the straight up just third party Lupus Rex. Because there's other third party Gundam models that I really want to get. Things like this. The 1/60th third party Tallgeese. That looks really, really sick. I absolutely adore this. So this here is basically like a combination of Endless Waltz Wing Zero. Yeah, it's like Endless Waltz Wing Zero and like a little bit of the Tallgeese 3. Like rolled into one. Because you still have like the big giant railgun rail Dober gun of the Tallgeese 3. The head's kind of the same as the Tallgeese 3. Oh, that's weird. It doesn't want me to go backward when it comes to looking at pictures. But yeah, the head is pretty much all this is pretty much the same as the Tallgeese 3, except for the wings. The wings are Wing Zero. And the shield and heat rod is very much Epion. So this is really, really cool. But that price point of 200 buckaroos is... I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one, Chief. But it's very, very pretty to look. I don't know. I might put that on my throne. I don't know. Would you guys want to see that on my throne? That is gorgeous. Like, that is so gorgeous. Now, this is one that I have been looking at for, like, a long time. So, this here is Oberon. And a lot of people seem to really, really, really like this kit. So, this here is a third-party Wing Zero from Endless Waltz. And it is stunning. This is so stunning. Like, I can't even take my eyes off of it. Stunning. And what's really cool is that it has like these little dragoons, and they're like feathered fountain ink pens. It's so gorgeous. It's so fucking gorgeous. I might get it. I'm kind of down to either getting... Because they're about the same price, except I think he might be a little bit cheaper. Either just Barbie Lupus Rex, or... Actually, you know what? I take it back. I'm just going to go with that. I'm going to go with that. Because that's beautiful. That is such a beautiful kit. So something else that I saw. So in terms of like Transformers and stuff. So something I saw here is that this here is the Unique Toys Age of Extinction Bumblebee, which I think is really, really, really interesting. I have a couple of Unique toy figures. I have their Optimus, and I do have their Megatron from the last night. And this right here looks really, really good. If you've never had a Unique toy figure, they do some black magic. I don't know what they do with their toys, but it is nothing short of black magic. It is sorcery. Because of just how they are able to take this, like this little guy right here, into that. Like, that is clean. That is so clean. And then they managed to do that. Again, pure sorcery. And they also have, hang on, let me see here real quick, because I don't think I signed out of my Shozy store account. Let me see here, because let me pull this up real quick. Yeah, so today we're just gonna be like gushing over about toys and stuff like that because I fucking want to. So here we have, so this is the one I have. So I have their Last Night Megatron. And this toy right here, again, nothing short of like pure fucking sorcery. Yes, I'm very aware of that, Paleo. Very good. Yeah, so like just look at this. You can't even really tell. You cannot even tell where the jet modes is, or you have to squint to find where the jet mode kibble is, because then you just do some fucking origami with this guy and you get this gorgeous jet mode. Let me see here, see if I can find, there you go. Yeah, it's third-party black magic. Like, just look at that. That is clean as shit. Again, can't tell where the robot mode is. There's no robot kibble. You have to look for the robot kibble. And then you have to look for the jet mode kibble because of just how clean that is. And then that's their stinger. I really want their stinger. I really, honestly, I kind of like Stinger over Bumblebee. Just because it looks more striking. And I think it fits the aesthetic a little bit more. And also Stinger just needs love, damn it. But that is super nice. That is so good. And they managed to cram this guy into a Bugatti, into a fucking Bugatti. I think that's a Bugatti. I don't know my fucking cars. But I believe that's a Bugatti. That. Into that. And then that's the underneath. That's the undercarriage. How the fuck are they able to do that? And the weirdest thing about it is that it doesn't look very it doesn't look very panely. When it comes to these kind of Transformers, a lot of the times they are riddled with panels. Here, there really isn't any. It's fucking nuts. Like, again, like I said, pure third-party black magic. So some other stuff I wanted to kind of go over, because they just dropped this kind of stuff. So, TFW 2005 have also dropped a good few like teasers for upcoming toys. One of those being the movie masterpiece line Sideswipe, which Sideswipe has always been like one of my favorites of the Bayverse, so I might pick him up. I didn't really get Blackout because I wasn't that impressed with the Blackout. Especially since there was the Black Mamba version, which I might get because I hear that one's actually a lot better. But so Sideswipe, Blackout, and the Dinobots, along with Night Optimus and Night Megatron, are my really like my only like real favorites. Also Stinger are like my real favorites from like the Bayverse movies. So either or, I will be picking them up. I really do like Sideswipe. Especially if they ever want to re-release this guy in like accurate G1 colors, because Sideswipe in the movies would look really good as in his G1 colors. So the other one that they're doing, so this is going to be a new line that's going to be coming out. So this is Transformers New Legends. So we don't know what this is. And I'm really curious because they do have Lio Convoy on here. So that there is Lio Convoy. So I'm wondering what this will be. I don't know if it's going to be a generation thing. I don't know if it's going to be like a masterpiece kind of thing. I don't know. We don't know. This is the only thing that we do know of it. And also, we're going to take a little bit of an ad break. I'm going to go get some water real quick. So when we get back, we will be nerding out more about this. So I'll catch you guys here in a little bit. Alright, guys. Welcome back from ad break, baby jail, everybody. on real quick. Let me just double check something real quick before we continue. Hang on for a second before we continue. See here. Okay. There we go. Okay. Oh, hang on. Let me pull this back up. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna take a look at this here in a little bit because this looks so cool. All right, but yeah, so basically, I'm kind of curious to see like where this is gonna go. I'm really curious. Especially since, like, Takara has kind of been doing, like, their own thing as of lately. Because from what I've been told is that the Wild King line apparently isn't that bad. Like, their recent toy line that was just out. Apparently, it's not that bad. And I'm kind of kicking myself for not, like, giving it a chance. But yeah, so that is the teaser for that toy line. And now we have this. So this here is Masterpiece Rodimus. So this is a teaser for Masterpiece Rodimus. And what it looks like is that this is going to be the movie variant, like the original variant of Rodimus from the movies. And it looks decent, you know, it actually looks kind of decent, you know, it doesn't look too bad. I don't think I will be picking it up just because of the fact that I'm not really like the biggest fan of Rodimus Prime. He's not that bad of a character, but it's just not my cup of tea, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's going to be coming out. We don't know exactly when it will be coming out. Now, this one kind of caught my eye because I love Grimlock. So, this one right here is a teaser for the Missing Link Grimlock. So, what the Missing Link line is that it is basically a line of Transformer toys that are just straight up just the G1 toys, right? They are straight up just the G1 toys, but with modern articulation. So I'm kind of interested to see how this is going to work. And yeah, I would love to see like a Missing Link G2 Grimlock with this kind of design instead of like just the blah blue version. Because like, I'm not going to lie, I love this variant of Grimlock. I love this variant of G2 Grimlock. Just because of the fact that it is just so garish. It's so out there. It's bright and it punches you right in the fucking face. I mean, look at this damn guy. He looks like he is wearing bright yellow tiger print boots. Like, holy crap. Also, hang on real quick. Let me see here. Because I see like my things are just like fluctuating like a motherfucker right now. Because I can see my stream fluctuating like a complete motherfucker. Hang on, let me just double check something real quick. I don't know, does it look fine on your guys' end? I was gonna say, does my stream look good on your guys' end? Because I can see like my frame, not my frame rate, but my my kilobytes per second is just going up and down like a madman. Okay. But yeah, no, like I would love to see a Missing Link Grimlock like this. Like, please give us like a Missing Link Grimlock like this. But yeah, so I don't know if I will be picking this up. I really don't know if I will be picking this up, honestly. Just because I already have a G1 Grimlock. And if I just want a Grimlock with like modern articulation, or a G1 Grimlock with like modern articulation, I would just get a Masterpiece Grimlock. Oh wait, I have that. So, or the Studio 86 Grimlock. Oh wait, I have that. So I don't know if I'll be picking it up. Let's see here. I want to see here real quick. I did see this though. So this is the I don't know if this is this official? Let's see here. Oh, it's a third party company. Okay, so it's a third party company. Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, so this is a third party company releasing their interpretations of the Fall of Cybertron Combaticons. And it looks like they're all going to be in chug scale, so that means they are going to be about probably either at best, probably no better than like say the current Bruticus that's coming out right now. So some of them will be in like the Deluxe class to Voyager class, and Onslaught here is going to be a Commander class. They don't look bad. They honestly don't look too bad. Not really like the biggest fan of the Fall of Cybertron Combaticons. They're okay looking. They're not really the best in the world. But it's cool that you can, you know, recreate the thruster attack from Bruticus. And he looks like he's in pretty good scale with the Gamer Edition Optimus Prime, which I will say this, as someone who owns that particular Optimus Prime, it's one of my all-time favorite Transformer figures. This is what I consider hand candy. Once you like pick it up, you really just can't put it down. Like you want to pose it, transform it. It's fun. Let's see here, what else? Magnificent Mecha, another third-party company, has released their prototype images of a 2007 Revenge of the Fallen era styled Optimus Prime, and it looks good. It looks fine. I don't think I will pick it up. I do not think I will be picking this up just because I have a knockoff of the 3-0 Revenge of the Fallen / Dark of the Moon variant of Optimus Prime. I'm fine with it. Like, even though it's Nemesis Prime, I'm fine with it. I really don't care. But if you want one, I would say go ahead and go for it. Let's see. And then another. So we also have like another Optimus Prime that's coming out. This one also looks pretty good. Again, don't think I'll get it, but this one at least can, by the looks of it, it can transform. And it looks like they just gave the 3-0, I think it's like 3-0 Optimus Prime like the ability to transform because it looks very posable, and this looks clean as shit. Like, again, I love it when third-party companies can just perform fucking witchcraft and somehow make a truck just magically disappear, and we get a really good robot out of this. Like, this is pure sorcery. Let me see here. What else do we got? I think that's it, really. Yeah, I think that's it, actually. Yeah, see, these are the... So these are the figures that I was talking about. So these are from Transformers Wild King. From what I have been told about these, is that they're not bad. These are really not bad. That takes some kind of savant to come up with that transformation. Oh, it really does. Oh, it really fucking does. But here we have Transformers Wild King. And a lot of people seem to like him. I kind of slept on this line just because cool. It's cool, I guess. But I guess they're wrapping it up and they're releasing like dark variants of like a bunch of these like little mini cons. Again, seems okay. The main villain dragon transformer here looks, he looks fine. He looks cool. Again, it doesn't really strike my fancy. But I can see why people like it. Hi, Bonk. Yes, it is me. How you doing? We're talking about Transformers. Hang on, let me give you a shout out. How are you doing, Bonk? Hang on, real quick. Yeah, we're nerding out about Transformers. Yeah, Transformers. Now this one I really want to get. I really want to get this. I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good. Despite everything that has happened, I am doing pretty good. Hang on real quick. So this is YOLO Park's Optimus Primal. So this is the one I'm really hyped for because this is my G1 Optimus. And honestly, okay, I like the 3-0 Optimus Primal that we're getting, which is just Rise of the Beast Optimus Primal, but in the actual Optimus Primal color scheme, which is fine. I like it, but at the same time, I don't give a shit enough for Rise of the Beast Optimus Primal to get it. Right? Like, I don't really care too much for live action Optimus Primal in order for me to get it. This, however, oh, this looks good. Oh, this looks so good. This really makes me hope that they will do like maybe Dinobot or Megatron. Because this looks like it got pulled straight out of the cartoon. Like, this is so good. Which also reminds me, I need to like kind of invest a little bit in these YOLO Park figures because every time I see them, because like whenever I would go to the mall here, so there's like this little hobby store in the mall, and they have a couple of these YOLO Park figures. And whenever I was at a hobby town one time, they had YOLO Park figures. I don't know. I'm just like, let's go skip over. Oh, here we go. Other figures expected in this are Dinobot, Megatron, and Black Arachnia. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm really hyped for Dinobot. Yeah, no, I'm super excited for this now. But yeah, no, it's just, I don't know what it is, but like every time I see the YOLO Park figures, I'm just like, I don't know. But then whenever I see like in-hand images of them, I'm like, oh, that looks really good. I kind of want to give it a try. But then I see, and then when it comes to me like wanting to buy it, I'm like, I don't know about this one. It's the same thing with the big convoy that's out right now. This is like my favorite Optimus of all time. I'll probably put it on my throne. I will definitely put this on my throne because I'm always like, I don't know about this one. But you know what? I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to put it on my throne. I'm just going to put this guy on my throne. Because fuck it. Why not? So this was announced, I think, while I was away. So these are the upcoming releases for the Age of the Primes. So this one is G1. Oh god, what's his name? Oh god, what's his fucking name? Shit, what's his name? Hang on, chat. It's not Windblade. Power Glide. That's his name. Power Glide. It's Power Glide. So he transforms into a very naked A10 Warthog. I say that because on an actual A10 Warthog, he would be loaded to the teeth with like a 60 millimeter, I think it's like a 60 millimeter Vulcan cannon, and just tons of bombs, rockets, and missiles. So here we have Swerve. So we got Bumblebee. I think that's Devastation Bumblebee. So this one's interesting. So this is Prime vs. Smokescreen. And he looks really good. He doesn't... And I'm glad that they got away with this whole, like, trying to G1ify non-G1 characters. It was horrible when they started to do this. And I'm glad they're starting to not do this now. Like, he genuinely looks really, really good. Like, just look at that. That is actually, like, a really good head sculpt. Animated Ratchet is one that I am, like, super hyped for. I'm super, super, super hyped for Animated Ratchet. It makes me want to go back and try to buy Bumblebee. I don't know if I want to get the Prowl, because the Prowl that they released was not very good. It did not look like Prowl. But this is Animated Ratchet. Now, I'm really hoping that we get maybe like an animated Lockdown to go with him. That Power Glide looks pretty damn good. And then we got Studio 86, or not Studio 86, but Studio Series Alpha Trion. We got Minor Orion Pax. We have Big Convoy. You know what? Actually, fuck it. I'm just going to put Big Convoy on my fucking throne. Screw it. Fuck it. Why not? Yeah, I'll just go ahead and put him on my throne. Let me see here. Let me actually go to Amazon real quick. Big Convoy. Because every time I see him in the store, I can never afford this fucker. Like, he always pops up when I'm like, I can't afford you right now. Why must you do this to me? Here we go. Fuck it. Why not? There we go. Oh, wait, hang on. Hang on, give me a second here. Yeah, because I'm always just like, I can't afford you. Why must you do this to me? Let me see here real quick. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw this on my throne. Fuck it, why not? There we go. Yeah, we'll make it a group funding. Fuck it, why not? Yeah, because I also see Lyle Convoy. You know, and I'm really wishing that like a third-party company would actually just come by and just... There we go. I threw up Big Convoy and Lyle Convoy on my throne because fuck it, why not? The feels, yeah, no, the feels are fucking real. There's so many, like, don't get me wrong, like, I can already tell you, like, this year alone, Bonk, there's gonna be so many Transformers where I'm just like, I really fucking want you so badly. I want you so badly. But you're also so goddamn expensive. And I have these things coming up as well. And I also have these things called bills. Luckily, now that I'm going back into the army, I can have big boy army money, so that way I don't have to deal with this stuff anymore. I don't have to deal with it anymore, man. I can sit there and be like, oh, okay. I got army money and I got basic housing. Okay, we can do this. We can squeeze this one into the budget. I mean, shit, why not, you know? Also, that reminds me, since I'll be moving back to, like, Florida, right? Since I'll be moving back down to Florida and stuff like that, right? So, the funny thing is, like, I will be going to, like, because I'll be going to Universal Studios, right? And the sad thing is, like, they have the Transformers ride at Universal Studios in Orlando. The problem is that, yeah, they sell Transformers there, but they're super overpriced. They're super overpriced. Like, I can't begin to fathom how much they will be now with the recent Hasbro price hike. Because, like, what is it, like, a Voyager class down there, like, at the park, is, like, I want to say it's probably, like, around $40, I want to say. I want to say it's, like, $40. And that was before the price hike. I cannot, I can't fathom. Yeah, hold the line, everybody. I'm gonna end the stream here real quick, and I'm gonna change to another server. Hang on, I'll be right back, guys. Okay, well, that was fun while it lasted. That was definitely fun while it lasted. Yeah, so, yeah, I guess we're gonna have to go back to how things used to be. Because of... So, I had everything set up to, like, the Japanese server, right? So, when I was... Hi, Lilac, how you doing? But yeah, so when I hooked everything up to the Japanese OBS server, it was fine. And the stream was running really good. And then, I guess, out of nowhere, now it's starting to, like, shit itself. And then it completely crashed. Well, I'm glad, Lilac. But yeah, no, so the last time I was in Universal Studios, they were selling the, I want to say it was the Nemesis. That was the Titan class Decepticon. And they were selling it for like, I want to say it was like $250. It was like $250 or $200. It was something to the tune of that. It was mucho expensive. Like, it was super, super, super expensive. And then also, this also came out as well. So, if you have, or if you're getting a Studio 86 Megatron, which I might be, because I hear a lot of people sing this thing's praises to the sun and back. And it looks really good. So, I might be picking this guy up. So, this is an upgrade kit for Studio Series Megatron. And it comes with, let me see here. So this is what it comes with. So you have a helmet, you have interchangeable heads, you have the key defector Sigma, you have some gap fillers, better side skirt armor, a better fusion cannon, and a beam, a lightsaber basically, and a articulated ball and chain mace. And yeah, that looks a lot better. That looks a lot better, actually. That actually makes it so much better. So yeah, no, I might actually pick it up just for this. There's a couple of figures that I'm picking up mainly just because the upgrade kits make it look a lot better. Now, there was one that looks so fucking stupid, and I love it. So this is a little add-on piece for the Megatron. So what this is that it's a gun handle. You can literally turn the tank into a pistol. There you go, guys. There's your gun mode. Because I know G-Winers or G-Oneers were bitching that Studio 86 Megatron isn't true to the movies because it doesn't have a gun mode. Well, there you go, you little babies. Now you can have a gun mode. It's just a tank with a stick on it, and I love it. It's so dumb. But yet you can also recreate the a gun tank if you want. Yeah, a gun tank. Yes, exactly. But then you can also recreate this little thing. So this was a feature on the original toy, where you can turn the fusion cannon into like a turret. And what I think is a really nice little attention to detail is that it comes with, and you can't take them off, but those are like a little nod to the original toy because if you got the Japanese release of G1 Megatron, it came with like little red pellets that you can load up and fire at people. But that's so stupid, and I love it. Now, there's another... now, I have this toy, and this toy is phenomenal. I can't stop playing with it on my desk, because it's so much fun to play with. I want to see here. Does it show it? Does it show it? Does it show it? Yeah, I'm starting to see these at, like, US retail. They don't look that bad, honestly. Here we go. So... this is the upgrade kit for Star Convoy, or the Titan class Star Optimus. This is a fun fucking toy. I love this thing. I genuinely love this thing. It's so good. It's so good. Rodimus here is a bitch to pose on the turret. I love the fact he could just sit here at Optimus Prime's chest. Like a dumbass. But it's cool that this comes with gap fillers for Rodimus. But what's really good, though, is that it comes with replaceable, like these replacement guns, replacement hands, and this giant Star Saber for Star Convoy. Well, I'm glad you had a great Christmas. I hope you've been good this year. I hope you got everything that you wanted. Yeah, no, this is gorgeous. I fucking love this. I fucking love this. That is a big sword too. 34 centimeters. Now, I don't know how much that is in freedom measurements, but that's pretty big, considering that I'm looking at it right now. It's on my desk. It's a big toy. Well, let's go, Lilac. Yay! Good job. I'm glad that you got what you wanted. Yep, so, and also thank you for the 35 stream streak. Holy crap. Now, this is also really cool, too. So, granted, I don't have to really worry about this anymore because I painted mine, but you'd also do come with LEDs for Star Convoy's eyes to make it light up. And for me, like I said, I don't have to worry about it too much because I painted mine. Because I decided to go, fuck it, why not? Go to town, go ham on it, and just paint it up. God, my dog is going nuts. In fact, actually, guys, hang on. Let me show you. We're doing show and tell time, guys. We're doing show and tell times. Let's see here. And yes, this is mostly going to be me talking about toys because fuck it. Because I am a nerd, I am single as hell, and I fucking love talking about toys. Let's see here. There we go. Make sure. Yeah, okay. Hang on. Because I want to show you this real quick. I want to show you my big dumb toy that I got. Let me see. Also, thank you for the head pats, Bong. Hang on, let me see here. Oh, what the hell? There he goes. Look at that. Look at this. It's a big boy. He's a very, very big boy. I love this guy. I absolutely love this guy. And the thing is, like, I can't put him down. He is a big boy. He is a very, very big boy. And he also has, like, he comes with so much stuff, too. Like, he comes with, like, a mini Rodimus. He comes with, like, a mini truck that it can store in his legs. He has blast effects that can be stored in his other leg. if you crack this thing open. If you crack this thing open. He comes with the fucking Zodiac. Like, oh my god, this is such a big dumb toy. And I absolutely adore it. But yeah, so I actually went ahead and I painted. So all of this right here, so all of this blue that you see, is that this is all done by me. So all of that is done by me because the box art and the original toy also come with that. And also so do the Toy Hacks repro labels. And I'm like, I don't want to pay $20 just for a couple of stickers. So I decided to go, fuck it, I'm going to paint it myself. Let me see here. It's like, if I move it up, wait, hold up. Just, oh god, that ASMR. The big, dumb, ratchety joints. Oh, just, okay. I'm usually not I'm not an ASMR guy. But, like, if you just start ratcheting like a toy like that, oh, God, yes, please. There you go. So, there is another little vehicle. There's another little vehicle. Although, the only problem with this is that you kind of have to force it out. And I hate it because... Yeah, because you feel like you're gonna break it, and I did break it. I broke like this little part on the toy, trying to pop it out. It still works. It still works perfectly fine, right? It still works perfectly fine. It's just the fact that I actually broke the damn thing while trying to get it out. That is like one of the only few things I can sit there and say I don't like about this thing. Hi, Arrows. How you doing? See, the amount of times I've heard you gotta force it out. Look, honestly, sometimes in life, the gentle way is not always the best way to go. Sometimes you just have to force it out. How you doing, Aras? How you doing? But yeah, so like you have like a little mini truck to go with it, and then you open that up, and then you have a little mini Rodimus that you can also pop out as well, which I did paint that myself. I did paint the blue on his windows. Like I said, when I sit there and say I went to fucking town on the painting. And I really like how this turned out. I'm okay, just about to take a nap. Thought I'd stay. Hey, well, I'm glad that you stopped by. And then what's also really cool about this is that you can also transform this Rodimus into like a fully posable, like, core class Rodimus. It's such a fun toy. And honestly, it's kind of like reignited my love for like Titan class figures. And it's making me really kind of excited for this Studio Series Titan class movie Grimlock that we're going to be getting this year. I think that's going to be like my big dumb toy purchase of the year. If I'm going to be honest with you. But yeah, this and the HMM Salamander were like my Christmas presents to myself. Because like, so Star Convoy, I was kind of also like on the fence about, like, do I want to get it? Do I not want to get it? Do I want to get it? Do I not want to get it? And then I'm like, you know what? Yeah, it seems like everyone seems to like it. It has a really cool design. You know what? Fuck it. Let's see what happens. I'm glad that I got it because like I said, I just can't put the damn thing down. I just can't. It's just fun to transform him into his big dumb truck mode and just have him roll on my desk. It's a lot of fun. It is genuinely a lot of fun. Let's see here what else. Because I think we're getting up to, yeah, so we kind of already covered all that kind of stuff. Okay. Okay. Okay, so that's kind of like all the toy stuff that I wanted to kind of go over. Yeah, that's all the toy stuff I kind of wanted to go over. It took up a little bit of time, but also, fuck it, I don't care. Oh, wait. One more. So, this, I'm kind of torn on. Because this is my favorite Star Wars character. So, this here is the SH Figuarts General Grievous. And, oh, does he look good. Oh my god, does he look just amazing. I've always wanted like a highly detailed and highly posable Grievous figure for a long time. I have the model kit of Grievous. It's okay. He's a little fragile and a little flimsy. Doesn't really scratch that itch, if you know what I mean. Like, he really doesn't scratch that itch. But and then they had like the Hot Toys, right? And then they had like the Hot Toys version of General Grievous, which I don't know if it's still, is it still in stock? Let me see here. Is he still in stock? There's Clone Trooper. I don't think he is. Let me see here. Hang on, let me copy and paste this. Oh, nope, there he is. Oh my god, like, okay, so we have this as well. And that looks so good. Like, okay, I was kind of just like scrolling through Instagram one time, right? And someone did like an ASMR of this figure, and oh, like I said, I'm not an ASMR guy, but like, just how clean this thing sounded. Oh, it was some next level shit. It was indeed some next level shit. Just, God, that looks so good. Oh, and he comes with like the little pouches for like his lightsaber. Oh my god, this is so good. And then he's got another one for his other lightsabers. So he's got like his electro staff, blaster, his lightsabers. Oh my god. Oh god, like I said, I love General Grievous. He's like my all-time favorite character. And I wonder, did they still have? I wonder if it's sold out. It's got to be sold out. It's got to be sold out. No, it's not. Because I'm trying to look for the Clone Commando. Because I know Hot Toys also did like a Clone Commando. And it looks really good. There's the model kit I'm always kind of like iffy about. Because, so fun fact is that I do like Star Wars, and I grew up on the original trilogy, like every child with, you know, actual culture. But my Star Wars, right? So my Star Wars as a kid, my Star Wars was the prequel trilogy. I remember as a child getting really hyped for episode 1. I remember very fondly of Attack of the Clones. Me and my friend SkySim Freeman, we will reminisce on like that kind of stuff like all the time. Right? Like all the fucking time. And then Revenge of the Sith also came out like, I want to say it came out at a very awkward time in my life because because it came out in 2005 and I was starting to not be a child anymore and I was in my awkward teenager stage. But yeah, no, I remember fondly of the prequel trilogy. I really, and it's still to this day, I'm just gonna sit here and say it. So I mean, like, still to this day, I really hope that the Mary Sue trilogy, aka the sequel trilogy, just gets retconned, please, for the love of Christ. But yeah, no, I've always loved the Clone Troopers. Always loved Clone Troopers. They were always... So for me, I always preferred them and their overall design. Well, the books. Yeah, see, I'm so disappointed that the books are not canon anymore. Except for, like, whatever Disney wants to shit out. I think the closest thing we've gotten to, like, anything resembling the books was Thrawn. And even then, from what I've heard, is that the Thrawn in what we see is kind of like a neutered version of what he is in the books. Because apparently, like, in the books, Thrawn is a badass. Like, Thrawn is, like, a legit threat. But yeah, no, I'm still kind of, like, on the fence about getting this particular model kit. Because I always see it, like, especially around, like, May the 4th, I always see it, like, go for cheap. And they sell out pretty quick. The Zon trilogy should have been the same. That's what I've been hearing. Like, especially things like the Yuzon Vong. That would have been a really cool movie idea. But, yeah, no, like I said, to this day, I still hope... I still have hope that the Mary Sue trilogy will be retconned. And none of it ever happened. And that none of it ever happened. And we can all go about our merry way. I hope. That is that is a strong I hope. Hang on, let me see here real quick. Clone Commando. Oh, nope, there it is. So this is actually like my favorite version of the Clone Trooper. This right here is my favorite version of the Clone Trooper. I fucking love Clone Commandos. I am, like, in love with these guys. They just look so fucking cool. You know, honestly, chat, the funny thing is that it was kind of a coin toss. So, originally, I had this guy on pre-order, right? So, I originally had this guy on pre-order. But I canceled it because of the HMM Salamander. Yeah, so I canceled it solely because of the HMM Salamander. Because both of them were going to come out at the same time. And that would have put me, like, so far in the red, it would not be funny. So I decided to sacrifice the Clone Trooper. I mean, granted, I would not get that, you know, $23 down deposit that I put. But that's okay, because I can't wait to get the Salamander. And maybe one day I will get a Hot Toys Clone Commando. Because that will go nice and pretty in my apartment. That or General Grievous. That or General Grievous. I don't know. Definitely, I want to get one of these as like a housewarming present, I'm not going to lie. Hi, Sarah. How are you doing? Yeah, we're talking about Star Wars. How are you doing? Yeah, it has been a while. There you go. We had some tech issues. We did have some tech issues tonight. But outside of that, like, everything's been going fine. You good? I'm glad you're doing good. I'm doing good too. I honestly needed the break. I honestly did. But there are still some things that are going to be coming up, and they're going to be coming up here pretty soon. Like, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm glad that I'm back, but I don't know. Considering considering the things that has happened to me today, I don't know how long the return shall be because the thing where I was telling some of my friends, like, that thing that I mentioned that was going to be sooner, yeah, that sooner just became sooner because I just got an email in regards to like my whole military stuff. So it might be coming in a lot sooner than I thought, which would mean that I would have to go on indefinite hiatus until I get everything all straightened out. So yeah, no, it's gonna be a wild ride. 2026 is already starting off as a absolute like fucking rodeo right now. Yeah, no, I had to take care of myself because I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm gonna be real. Hang on, there we go. Yeah, so I'm gonna be real. I was not in a very fun place during December. Yeah, I was definitely not in a really fun place. I was very, very depressed and very angry. And what was it? The whole Zentreya drama that happened in December really kind of just made me teeter over, and I was a little bit aggressive, probably a little bit more than I needed to be. But also I was not in a good headspace. I'm gonna be honest with you. And after the whole Zentreya drama, I'm like, nah, I need to take a step back for a bit. Because also 2025 was like an absolute like dumpster fire, like especially for me, like it was a dumpster fire for everybody, right? It was an absolute dumpster fire. Because I mean, like, we had things like the shoujo being dissolved, we had graduations, we had terminations, we've had hiatuses. I mean, like, one of my favorite VTubers, Ray Bubbles, graduated last month as well. Like, it was a lot. Yeah, no, it wasn't. And then some other things happened in my personal life that happened, and it was not great. If I'm gonna be honest, it was not very great. That took a lot of a lot of hits to my mental health, as well as like moving from Florida to Maine. I haven't really adjusted all that well to living up here. So my depression spiked even more. So yeah, no, it was not very pretty. I can say that much. So I was just, because I'm gonna be real. It basically broke me. Like, mentally speaking, it broke me. Like, completely. And I never want to feel like that ever again, if I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Because that was horrible, to say the least. That was absolute dog shit. Also, hang on real quick. There we go. Yeah, it was like absolute fucking dog shit, if I'm gonna be honest with you. So, no, so one of the things I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to take a break until March to get everything all straightened out, figure out everything. But then I'm like, well, since I'll be going back into the military and I'm already kind of on borrowed time until I need to go, basically, right? So I was like, you know what? I don't need to take 2 months when my time is ticking, and I'd rather spend it with all of you guys while getting ready. So I was like, nah, I need to come back, because otherwise I'm just going to sit here and stoop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just going to sit here and stoop all day. And I'm gonna be real. With you guys. I picked up a ton of I played a ton of like Digimon. I'm like on the last mission of like Digimon Time Stranger. I know, like, I really am. No, like, I really am on, like, the last level of, like, Digimon Time Stranger. And honestly, I'm, like, really, really enjoying it. It's a lot of fun. I do want to get the DLC. I do want to get the DLC for Digimon Time Stranger because they do have things like the Bancho Digimon evolution. So they have things like Bancho Mamemon, they have Bancho Leomon, they have Bancho what is it, like, I think it's like Bancho, there's Lilymon, Rosemon, there's Bancho Rosemon, there's Bancho Mamemon. I'm trying to think of the other Banchos that they have. Bancho Stingmon. I want to say Bancho Golemon. Hang on, let me see here real quick. Because there's a few. Because in the base game, they have Bancho Leomon in the base game. Here we go, Banchos. Yeah, so they have Bancho Golemon, Bancho Leomon, Lilymon, Mamemon, Stingmon. Okay, I thought there was a Rosemon. Okay, never mind. I goof. I goof. There is no Rosemon. Wait, let me see what Golemon looks like. Oh, that's weird. He doesn't really look like Golemon. I think okay, so looking at Golemon here, like, oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, Golemon doesn't really scream Bancho. I think he's kind of like the weakest in their designs. I like Lilymon. Let me see if I can get like a better image of what she looks like. Stingmon looks really good. I do like Bancho Stingmon. Bancho Mamemon, I think is probably, next to Leomon, is probably the most Bancho out of all of them because he does have like the baseball bats, he does have like the cape, the hat. No, I take it back. Probably Lilymon because she has like that whole like tough schoolgirl kind of vibe. Yeah, she has a really cool design. I haven't gotten into Digimon, but that looks cool. Yeah, no, like, okay, Digimon, I would say, like, Digimon is probably, I would dare say, like, it's better than Pokemon. I would dare say it's a lot better than Pokemon. Like, hands down. The story is a lot more engaging. The different types of creatures that you can find are a lot more appealing. And trying to get, like, the Digi-evolution that you want is also kind of a fun little journey. Because you can get basically all of your Digimon that you want in one evolution. And they have, like, different variants of, like, that said Digi-evolution. Oh, yeah, no, to me, I think it's really good. And then, like, the stuff that they could do with, like, certain types of animals and make them Digimon, like, let me pull up the dinosaur Digimon, for example. Because, like, in my playthrough of Digimon Time Stranger, I love trying to get all the dinosaur Digimon. Let's see here. Let's see if I can find some real quick. Because some of them are really, really cool. Here we go. Dinosaur Digimon. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. There we go. Okay. So here's all the dinosaur Digimon. So you have like Greymon. So you have like your classics, right? So you have like your Greymon, you have your Tyrannomon, Dark Tyrannomon. You have this wild monstrosity. So this is Dino Rex. So it's basically like a Velociraptor got cranked up to like 20. Hold up. There you go. Yeah, it's like a Velociraptor that got cranked up to like fucking 50. He's kind of gnarly looking in like the best way possible. And then like you have all these other dinosaur-esque kind of Digimon, except for like Megadramon. Megadramon's not that. But you can have like Triceramon, Greymon, Mame Tyrannomon, which is this little fucker. All it is that it is literally just Tyrannomon's data condensed into a tiny little body. And to me, that's hilarious. Which is this little guy, which is actually my favorite Digimon. I absolutely love Tyrannomon. And he has like an entire like evolutionary line as well. So you have like, so you can either go like, so his attribute is a data / vaccine. And really, if you really want to think about it, with a little munchkin, yeah, no, he's cute. But like, so when it comes to Digimon, there's vaccine, data, and virus. So technically speaking, it's like good, neutral, and evil. But really, it really doesn't mean much of anything, because you can have like good virus types, and then you can also have bad vaccine types. And then like data, I guess you could say it's like an actual like neutral. They can go either way. But really, it really doesn't mean much. So here you can have like go in either direction with this guy, because there is like a variant. So for like Tyrannomon, he's a data type. So you can either go virus type with Metal Tyrannomon. You can go the vaccine route and get Master Tyrannomon. Or if you really want to, you can go virus type again and go with, so this is technically the dark version of Tyrannomon. So this is Dark Tyrannomon. So if you want to go with like Master Tyrannomon, which is the vaccine route, then you can go with Dinomon. Or if you want to go with Dark Tyrannomon, then you can go with Metal Tyrannomon. And then for Metal Tyrannomon, you can go with Rust Tyrannomon. Or if you really, really want to be a little bit of a contrarian and not follow like the main evolutionary line, or you can go with Machine Dramon. Like when it comes to Digimon, right? When it comes to Digimon, literally the possibilities are fucking endless in terms of like the evolution. Yeah, the designs are crazy. Oh yeah, no, like the designs are fucking bananas. And what's interesting though is that the creator of Digimon is actually like a huge fan of Tokusatsu. So he's like a huge fan of things like Godzilla, Kamen Rider, Gamera, Super Sentai, Ultraman, you know, all that stuff. Because it's confirmed that Metal Tyrannomon is based off of Mechagodzilla. And if you look at Tyrannomon, more specifically Dark Tyrannomon, it's Godzilla. You can even tell by the scales on his, or the spines on his back. Also, we're gonna go on ad break, baby jail. So, I'm gonna go up and go pee real quick, and then when we get back, we're gonna continue nerding out about Digimon. So I'll be right back, guys. Alright, guys. Hey, how's it going, Lethal? Ooh, what are you making? What are you making for dinner? Alright, so. But yeah, no, like, this is one of the reasons why I love Digimon. Like, I really, really love... Like, okay, so this new Digimon anime, I'm actually kind of, like, curious, because, like, I haven't sat down and watched a Digimon anime in a while. Right? Like, I haven't sat down and watched, like, a Digimon anime in a hot while. But what's kind of cool, though, is that in Time Stranger, right, in Time Stranger, there are certain little spots in, I want to say, Shinjuku, right, in Shinjuku, where they kind of... Where if you look at, like, certain, like, little, like, billboards and screens and stuff like that, you do actually see like a trailer for the new anime that's out right now, and I think that's actually like really, really, really cool. Okay, so, but I don't know, because like right now I'm kind of like on the side quests in Time Stranger, so I'm kind of on the side quests in Time Stranger. So I don't know if I want, because like I'm at the point where I'm like, I don't know if I want to I don't know if I want to like continue it on stream, or I want to like just continue or finish it off stream, because right now I'm on like side quests. And I swear to God, the side quests are like never ending. Because like as soon as I'm done with one of them, right? As soon as I'm like done with one of them, then like another one pops up. And then I'm just like in a never ending cycle of just like, finishing one and then starting off with another one. Because like right now I'm on the Royal Knights side quests. Wait, hold on. What is Antilamon? What is that? Wait, what? Oh, this guy. And Duramon. Oh, that's weird. Why is it like two different names? Deva and then Good. Okay. Wait, hold up. What's the... Hold up. Now I'm actually curious here. What is Antilamon Evil? Oh, okay. So it's just like slightly lanky? Wait, hold up. Hold up. What's the difference here? What is the difference? Hold up. I have to see here. So that's good. That's evil. Is it is it just that the ears are up? Hold up. So I guess it's just like the ears are up and maybe a slight color change? See, blah 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 blah. Okay, what's the difference? Unlike its data counterpart. See here, footed, pants with tails, and it's brown with a cream color with 3 horns. And the tips are ears, unlike its... Oh, okay, yeah, okay, I see, yeah, okay, I see. Yeah, so the pink, okay, so these are pink. That's like a salmon. That's a cream color. That's like a darker brown. Okay. I mean, that's like a slight difference. Oh, wait. I see it now. Okay, so that's like a brighter pink. That's more of like a, I guess like a lavender color. And it has a scarf. That doesn't have a scarf. Huh. It's like little subtle differences. Oh, wait, hold up. Oh, it's got sleeves. Okay, so that one's got like sleeves and that one doesn't. Or at least the sleeves are red. Huh. Huh, okay. Huh, that's kind of weird, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so... Oh god, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Ah! Ah, god, I felt like I had a sneeze. Let's see here. You know what? You know what? You know what? You know what, actually? I think a good thing for us to watch... Let me see here.
Stupid deadly trends in history.
There we go. Let's actually watch some chat history. Yeah, chat history is always like a good time for us to just sit back and watch. There we go. Alright, so... Hang on. Let me go ahead and pause the music. Okay. So, this here is... So, this is... what is this? Stupid Trends Throughout History. Yeah, Stupid Deadly Trends in History by Chat History. So, 3, 2, 1, go.
Stupid deadly trends in history. So social trends are a thing. Whether it's collecting the latest useless collectible or partaking in the how many dehydrated baby carrots can you shove into your butthole challenge.
Chat, how many carrots can you shove into your butthole? Chat, how many... I have to know. How many carrots can you shove into your butthole? I need to know for science purposes as to why. And this needs to be a trend for science. I need shoving carrots into your ass to be a trend for science. No. Yes. Yes. I want ass shoving carrots a trend. This needs to be the hottest trend. You fucking heard me. I didn't stutter. Yeah, I have a southern accent going on, but like, I didn't stutter. How many carrots can you shove in your ass? I wish I didn't hear you. It's a scientific inquiry. Now, I wonder if... Hi, Callie. How you doing? Welcome into me asking chat how many carrots can they shove up their ass. It's a legitimate question. And it's going to be a TikTok trend. Watch. Say that again? Yeah. You heard me. You fucking heard me. Let me get a little bit closer. Let me get a little bit closer. To be a little bit more clear on this one. How many carrots can you shove up your ass? Is that chat history? Yes. It is. No, I legitimately didn't miss the first part. Yeah. No. Chat history wants to know how many carrots can you shove up your ass?
There's no avenue that humanity won't venture in order to fulfill our lives with something to ooh and ah at. And it's been that way since the dawn of man. Take, for instance, flagpole sitting. It's exactly as boring as it sounds.
I love him. I love him
dopamine
too.
Deprived people of yore. This was the bee's knees. The practice of posteriors perpetually planted on pillars and poles.
Organic or not?
As far back
Organic.
In the 5th century. Back then, a bunch of Christian dudes called stylites would make it their mission to live atop tall pillars, with the term stylites deriving from the Greek stylos, quite literally meaning pillar or column. Now,
God, just imagine that's like your whole existence, just sitting up there on a pole all fucking day.
Now, this wasn't for social entertainment, but rather for the salvation of their soul.
I don't
Perhaps
know.
history's most well-known stylite was Simeon the Stylite. He believed that by living all uncomfy and uncozy atop his tall little pillar palace in Syria, with minimal sustenance and constant exposure to the elements,
How does he?
essentially cast away his mortal self. All that
But how? But how does he poop? I need to know, how does he poop? Like, does he just poop off the side of the pillar? Does he poop in the pillar? Does he pee? Does he stand up, and does he do his daily tinkle off the side of the pillar? Just like a little, like making it rain. Making the forbidden yellow rain.
remains would be his immortal soul, ready for a first-class ticket to the heavens beyond. Because I guess God loves watching his creations mercilessly punish themselves for good boy points.
Yeah, okay. I've heard a lot of weird things that Christians will do for salvation, like self-flogging, I guess off to the side, which yeah. Lemon rain, some say dry and others feel the pain. Lemon rain, just don't look up with your mouth open again.
According to some historical sources, Simeon remained perched on his pillar for as long as 42 years.
God
until his
damn.
death. A real commitment to the bit.
How did he eat? I would imagine like people just yeah, how did he eat? If he supposedly stayed up there for 42 years, they had to like give him food. Like, did they just like, I don't know, threw food up there? Did he try to catch it? I don't know.
Fast forward tens of billions of seconds into the future, and the practice of pole sitting made a comeback in the 1920s and 30s in the United States.
Sweet Jesus,
Only
why?
this time, it was to draw a crowd.
Or he had
Like
to
any
come
trend,
down.
it
I
all
have a
began
feeling.
with one person.
Oh no,
This
hang on.
person, semi-
Oh, hang on. We gotta do 30-second planking. Okay, hang on. Because I gotta get my PT stuff ready. Oh, this is going to suck. Oh, this is going to suck. Alright, hang on. Give me a second here. Work them abs. You hush. I am working those abs, thank you. Hang on, give me a second here. You do it, remember to breathe. I will. Okay. Timer set, not for 20 minutes. If I do 20-minute planking, I'm gonna fucking cry. Okay, there we go. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Ah, this ain't nothing. Feel the fucking burn. Ah. Oh, yeah. Feel the fucking burn. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, I feel that. Oh, I feel that. Oh. Oh, yeah. No, my whole body is fucking vibrating right now. My entire body is vibrating right now. Oh, I got 5 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, there we go. Nah, talking made it better. Oh, talking made it so much better. It didn't make 30 seconds feel like 30 minutes. But then again, I'm also a weirdo and I learn things the hard way. Okay, there we go. I was gonna start screaming, the Emperor protects.
Professional stuntman Alvin Kelly.
There we go.
Reportedly the result of a friendly dare, Kelly's first publicized climb was in 1924, where he sat for several hours outside a department store in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Excuse me, what's with that guy up there? Buy a coat, buy some slacks, don't forget to buy a hat.
Wait, what?
Welcome to the story. Enjoy yourself. Hey, come on, get down from there. No.
Get down from there.
Again.
No.
Ooh, what are you gonna do? Come up here and make me? Yeah, that's what I thought. Hey, guess what? What?
Okay, honestly, I would kind of do that too. Just to be an asshole, I would totally just hawk a mean ass loogie. Be like, oh, is that a carrot?
Marketing campaign actually bloomed into a career. He would use his questionable talent to promote things like movie premieres or sporting events, but eventually became the main spectacle himself.
Oh God, please tell me he like
across the country.
Oh God, please tell me like he did things like, come one, come all, come see King Kong. He's about as tall as this pole that I'm sitting on. That's right, the tip of this pole is going right up my ass. That's right, I can feel it going right up my sphincter right now.
Where people actually bought tickets to watch dudes sit atop a pole for hours on end. Do a flip. His personal best was a cheek-numbing 49 days in Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Oh.
All this fame and attention paved the way for others to take up the trend, from amateur backyard enthusiasts like Little Lenny here to full-time professional pole sitters like your mom. But of course, nothing lasted long. The fad began dying out once several people started to die off thanks to that great big depression that happened in the 19...
Hey, chat. I got a pole that you can sit on. It's called my depression. Please sit on it. He's gonna learn. Have a good lurk, Piper.
1930s. It's hard to laugh at someone struggling and starving on a pole 200 feet in the air when you're struggling and starving at ground level. By its very nature,
yeah, I mean,
pole
like,
sitting was extremely dangerous. You
go.
had to balance yourself properly through sleep deprivation, harsh weather, and lack of nutrition.
I'll sit on something, all right? Oh yes, please do. Like,
all of your
look,
potential energy into kinetic energy.
look. All I'm saying, like, look, you gotta buy me dinner first. You gotta buy me dinner first, okay? I like my steak nice and raw and it's still kicking. Is that a wild growl? It is. How you doing, Katsuna?
As you gave onlookers a direct
I kissed you. Oh, well, you know what? Get over here. Get over here. Get over here. Yeah, I'm just gonna kiss you right on the cheek. Just. Everyone look away. This is for Katsuna. Just mwah. Everyone look away. This is just for them. You're stealing it. You're stealing their love. That's a freebie.
There was at least one verifiable death directly related to the act.
It's a freebie.
Decades later in the 1970s.
I'm doing good. Like right now, I'm just kind of watching chat history.
Dear old Dick spent a record-breaking
Yeah, Dick.
125 days atop the pole.
A dick sitting on a pole.
Surviving mostly on whiskey and 3 packs of cigarettes a day, or as I like to call it, the stepdad special.
Or, you know, that's just called the army special.
In this case, the ground. In 1974, while finishing up a 4-day promotional sitting at Dixie Square Mall in Harvey, Illinois, a trailer accidentally reversed into his tower, causing it to collapse and Richard to plummet to his death.
Oh, that's horrible.
The higher the heights you reach, the longer the fall from the top.
Yeah, no, okay. Okay, you got to think about that though. Like if you're falling from like a tower like that, that is horrifying because you have like legitimately nowhere else to go. That's where you're just like confined into your coffin and you just got to wait until you plummet to the ground. Like that's horrifying.
Despite the fancy-sounding name, you're probably familiar with this one. Venetian ceruse was a specific type of cosmetic concoction used throughout the 16th century.
Yeah, okay, I know about this type.
The purpose of this product was to lighten the complexion of many a fine fella or fellette. It also served to cover up blemishes and give a refined, flawless look. Since most of my guys are drawn as white as a cheese and mayonnaise sandwich, we need to try it back in time.
Ayo.
Believe it or not.
Ayo, wait. She got a man in between her booba. She got a man in between them boobas. I too wish to be in between the booba.
To appear pale as paste actually stretches as far back as 2000 BC with the ancient Egyptians. Well, the rich ones anyway. You see, getting all tanned and toned under the hot sun all day was a sign that you were a filthy hard.
Yeah, come here. Okay, good.
Not wanting to look.
Okay, so I've been learning a lot about like ancient recipes and stuff like that. And the one thing I'm learning a lot about like the ancient world. So that's the other thing, like since I'm a cook and all that kind of stuff, or training to be a cook. So one of the cool things I'm kind of like researching a little bit is like ancient recipes and stuff like that. And it kind of made me like realize more and more about the ancient world. Oh yeah, they were all fucking poison. So one of the things I learned is things like how ancient people looks like. Ancient Egyptians look far different than like what we would kind of picture them as. They were actually, if I remember correctly, they were more genetically closely related to like ancient Greeks, like people of the Mediterranean area, I should say. But what also really surprised me are things like, speaking of ancient Greeks, but things like Spartans and so things like Spartans. So the one misconception about Spartans is that Spartans are always depicted as like these big muscle bound bodybuilders, like say a la Gerard Butler from 300, right? But that's actually not the case. Spartans, had muscle on them, but they were actually a lot more, they were actually a lot leaner. They were actually a lot leaner because a lot of their diet were only really meant for sustenance, not really so much as like, for flavor. Like one of their famous dishes is, I believe it's called the black broth, where it is pork. It's grilled pork, but it's also simmered in its own blood, along with certain types of herbs and barley. And they have a specialized kind of not cake, but it's a bread, but it's called maza. Not matzah, but maza. Maza is a very dry, almost it kind of comes off as more of like a cracker. I have to ask, do you? Yeah, I know where fucking Egypt is on the map. Yeah, I know where Egypt is on the map. I do. I do. Because the north is yeah, I know that. I know that. But a lot of people like to sit here and think that like ancient Egyptians were more genetically like linked to like other Africans. That's what I'm trying to get at. That's what I'm trying to get at. Right, that's what I'm trying to get at. Is that a lot of people like to think that, you know, ancient Egyptians looked more like kind of like how Africans are. But really, genetically speaking, and kind of like how they actually are with modern reconstructions, that they were more they kind of looked more and more like Mediterraneans. So it's kind of interesting. And also, funny enough, is that gladiators too. Gladiators are usually depicted as like these big buff muscle men, but another name for gladiators were barley men, because a lot of them were kind of fat. The reason being is because gladiators, for the most part, were kind of slaves. So they would eat a diet consisting mainly of vegetables, plants, and barley. But then I think it's like, but once like they kind of like rose up in the ranks and stuff like that, because gladiators were also considered like celebrities almost. And a lot of top gladiators would be fed pretty well, but for the most part, gladiators were kind of pudgy because they were fed on a diet mostly consisted of barley. The more you know.
Like they partook in any labor, Egyptian nobles slapped lead-based powder all over their faces to get that DoorDash enthusiast look. You know, the look of royalty. The desire for
damn son.
Traveled across
yeah,
the Mediterranean.
see, I fucking knew where ancient Egypt, where Egypt is on the map.
into ancient Greek territory where, again, upper-class folks took it upon themselves to whiten their skin and cover up any skin imperfections. The trend continued
actually did not know that.
influence ancient Rome and even ancient China, all of which stuck
China,
to the
I did
lead-based
know. China, I did
recipe.
know.
Jump into the futuristic years of the 16th century, and the beauty standard still remained. And that's about the time that Phoenician ceruse entered the fray.
Yeah, this stuff would like literally like peel your skin off. It is disgusting.
Perhaps one of the most notable historical figures that dabbled in the dust was Queen Elizabeth I of England. The exact cause of her death is debated, but historians speculate her kicking of the royal bucket to have been a severe blood infection brought on by heavy use of her lead-based Phoenician ceruse makeup. She not only used the powder to minimize
They did the same thing in China and Japan.
Yeah, but to cover up severe scarring from her.
Well, and also with Japan, kabuki actors actually, if I remember correctly, their makeup was mostly consist of bird poop. Only the wealthy could afford to stay inside and not get tan. Yeah, like even today, like that's still like the go-to beauty standard in like places like China, Korea, and Japan. They champion, you know, having, especially like in Japan where they want especially the women want to look youthful. Like they want to stay youthful as much as possible. So having like youthful porcelain white skin is considered like super duper hot. But this is also the culture where they sat there and said geishas should also have like teeth that are literally as black as coal. So I mean, like, you know, you take what you get.
For smallpox. It also was just the fashion at the time. If you take a look at a lot of Renaissance paintings from the era, you're gonna see
just
a lot
not
of
here where
disturbingly
everyone's
white
obsessed with being tan.
faces.
Yeah, no,
There's the
like,
epitome of beauty.
and honestly,
I mean,
like, okay,
nowadays, some
so
people-
like having a little bit of tan is fine. You know, it's actually good for your skin to have a bit of a tan. Now, having too much tan to where you look like burnt fucking leather, yeah, no, high skin cancer. But yeah, no, that I think that's something that people over there kind of need to realize, like, hey, you know, sometimes having a tan is not that bad. Like, it's actually good for you.
obsess over looking like dumbass balloon animals, so it's not all that outlandish.
That's
the
funny.
most well-documented death directly from Venetian ceruse use was debatably beautiful babe Countess Maria Coventry. Her heavy use of the stuff caused her own skin to crack and peel, forming
Yeah, that's
full open sores.
yeah, because like you like that's disgusting, and it makes you look like a creepy as fuck, like a creepy as fuck porcelain doll made out of flesh. It's horrifying. Yeah, because like so vitamin D is also like linked to like your mood and like your mental, you know, your mental faculty.
That she just covered up with
Like your
more
mental health.
makeup. She bit the dust in 1760 at the age of just 27. So what exactly was it made of and why was it so toxic? Well, first of all, it's lead. Lead's not good.
Yeah,
for you,
lead
especially not being
lead
plastered
kind of
onto your
makes you
skin
go
for
crazy
hours
after a
or
while. It's like
days on
mercury.
end. But lead isn't even white, I hear you scream into your screen. But white lead is. This is
Oh God, how did he take a picture of my fucking room? Chat, how did he take a picture of my room? Oh God, I'm being called out here.
I hear you scream into your screen. But white
I
lead
too
is-
live like
This is
this.
white lead. See how white it is? Pretty freaking white. This is hydroceracite, a lead salt compound also called lead carbonate hydroxide.
Are you secretly
It's
Asmongold?
naturally occurring,
God,
usually
I
found
wish.
alongside the pure lead deposits. So some Venetian settlers
Look,
invented-
sometimes I wish I was Asmongold because look, there's a lot of VTubers that simp for that man. Like, it's weird. It's weird how many people simp for Asmongold. It's also kind of funny too at the same time.
decided to mine
It's
this
like
stuff.
it's like ah yes, I too want to look like the Roach King. Maybe maybe then I too could have beautiful VTuber maidens lust over me. God no. I may look like a hot like sack of crap, but at least I can sit there and say I don't look like Asmongold.
Mash it up and mix it with water and vinegar to create a paste. It was found to have incredible drying properties, so it was actually first used in the 16th century as a medical product, being applied to
Okay,
sticky oozing
honestly,
liquid
I
sores
could
and
see
wounds
that
to
being
suck up
like
the
a good
juices.
medical
But
thing.
then I guess someone got a little experimental and realized it could be a great cosmetic as
Ayo?
well.
Would you frig me?
Yeah, chat.
I'd frig me.
Yeah, chat. Would you frig me? Wait. Chat. Would you frig me? I'd frig me. I'd frig me hard. Okay, I'm done.
The problem, though, with long-term lead exposure is that it sort of leaches through the skin and into your blood, causing lead poisoning. And any condition with
Yep.
the word poisoning in it naturally doesn't have pretty.
I had a little bit of
effects.
copper
According
poisoning
to
one
the
time.
World Health Organization, severe lead poisoning can cause a wide variety of symptoms. None of them pleasant. You have your basic nausea and vomiting, sure, but you also have crippling headaches,
No, bad.
memory
No.
loss, the big
No.
bad, and even
Nine.
blood pressure in the
Nine,
short
my good
term.
Fräulein.
As for the long term, we're talking reproductive issues and even permanent brain and nervous
Nine, my
system
good
damage.
Fräulein.
The neurological effects often led They often led to
Lead.
increased aggression, hyperactivity, and the lowering of one's IQ. So in scientific conclusion, heavy lead makeup was creating a bunch of irritated, angry, infertile morons.
God, that sounds like me minus the infertile part. It sounds like me minus just the infertile part.
Just like those dead
God damn, maybe I need to stop eating lead.
Am I right?
God, I need to stop eating lead.
Humans have been
But why are
nodding
these
their
lead,
noggins and
like,
tapping
why
their
are these
toes
like
ever
paint
since
chips
first
taste so
discovering
good?
beat. And the act of rocking out usually lasts
Sounds
for
like a
several
lot of
songs, which is
the
normal,
boomer generation
but
now.
how would
Kinda,
you feel
yeah.
about dancing for
Wanna
days
think about
on
it.
end? Well, it happened. Dance marathons were all the rage back in the 1920s in the United States, but Americans actually have the British to thank.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like. Okay, I'm kind of digging this guy's hairstyle. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of dig it. This guy looks like he's so done. He looks like he's so done. He's just like, are we done? Did we take the picture already? He looks like he's enjoying himself.
For that. In February of 1923, professional dance couple Ollie and Edgar took it upon themselves to cut a British rug for 7 hours straight. This was something that, historically speaking,
I like how he
had
makes
never really
like the
been
British
done
people have
before
like
and caught
honking
some national
sounds.
attention. But in true American fashion, the British were about to be one-upped. Alma Cummings, a New York dance instructor who became fascinated with the idea of testing human limits while revolutionizing human expression, set
Bad
a
teeth,
blistering
yeah.
27-hour dance record just 12 days
You know, the
after
funny-
the Brits tried to
The funny thing is, like, I have met British people before who actually were from England and they moved over. Their teeth were bad. Like, I can sit there and say, like, with full confidence, like, yeah, no, the stereotype exists for a reason. Stereotypes exist for a reason, people. Stereotypes exist for a reason.
be good at something. I mean, look at that. She put holes in her soles, for
Good
God's sake.
good
Something
lord.
was happening within the United States in the 1920s. If you recall, the flagpole sitting craze was also hitting its stride at this point in time. Americans became obsessed with record-breaking feats of
Oh, yeah, it's a
human
real thing.
physical
It's
endurance.
changing a bit now.
So publicity
Yeah,
starts becoming
and that's
warm as normal
good.
Humans tried pulling off superhuman endeavors. I'm gonna lift this car. So after Alma busted her
God,
move,
he fucking
the
died.
idea of endurance dancing began to take off. Within the next few weeks, her record had been broken 9 times across the country, so everyone was getting into the swing of things. It became a public spectacle, with promoters hosting dancing marathons as a form
But then
of
there was also like in Germany there was this thing called the dancing plague. Right? So there was like this thing called the dancing plague where a whole village for some unexplicable reason just literally danced themselves to death. It was weird. It was like, I want to say it was during the Middle Ages. Yeah, I want to say it was during the Middle Ages where an entire village in Germany basically danced themselves to death. It was like a legit plague. Like people could, like, one after the other would just catch it and just start just dancing.
a 25-cent fee, and you could just watch people shimmy, shimmy, shimmy to the break of
Like,
dawn.
they were begging
Several dawns, actually.
for this to
So it
stop.
didn't take long for the craze to drop a rank.
But they just
low.
couldn't.
Competitive dancing marathons saw couples boogieing for days on end to get a chance at solid cash prizes. Those prizes became even more valuable once the world entered the Great Depression in the
Oh,
1930s.
yeah, there we
In
go.
a collapsed economy, these marathons were seen not only as a form of entertainment for the now destitute masses, but a means of survival. That's because participants were
I mean, honestly, having a dance marathon in something called like the Great Fucking Depression, I feel like would do a lot more good than harm, just because it will lift people's spirits, so that way they're not like miserable.
properly fed and sheltered in exchange for their performance, all while still having that chance at a grand prize. These prizes could range from a couple $100 to a couple $1,000.
God damn,
Now,
yeah,
considering that the median income in the
Like,
1930s
okay.
was roughly $1,000 a year,
Okay, honestly, if someone were to tell me there's a dancing competition marathon and the prize is $2,000, hey, look, $2,000 is $2,000. Who wants to be my dance partner? Trust me. I'm maybe not that great of a dancer, but I do know how to ballroom dance, and I actually do know how to waltz.
this was a big deal. So dancing devolved from entertainment to desperation.
No, that's true.
Competitors were allowed only short breaks in between numbers to catch their breaths, but they were still required to move and groove in some form, be it a tap of the foot or a nod of the head. Couples that stayed still for too long
Just
would
headbang.
actually or splash with water to get them back on their feet again, lest they be disqualified and thrown to the streets. The most famous dance champions of the age were handsome stud muffin Callum de Villiers and beautiful babe Vani Kuczynski. So take a guess. How long do you think that their record-breaking dance lasted for?
5 days. 69 days. I'm gonna say 69 days.
Time's up. The answer was a heel-evaporating 157
Holy
consecutive
shit.
days. Over 5 months of throwing down on the dance floor. Their prize? $1,000. Almost $25,000 in today's money. To no surprise, these endurance
Goddamn.
events were not without consequence. Like I said, people fully exhausted themselves to the point of collapse. Staying in the contest meant that you had food, water, and shelter for as long as you kept shaking that thing. Unfortunately, this resulted in a few reported deaths across the nation, one of the first being 27-year-old Homer Morehouse. No, not this guy. What, you want to see an actual picture of a dude who danced himself to death? You sicken me. Just
I
as
do.
an amateur dancer, Homer had reportedly been throwing it back for 87 hours straight, suffering from malnutrition.
Hi,
and extreme
Peachy.
Break.
Hi, Peachy. How are you doing? Welcome in, everyone. I am Gryle Brown. I am a T-Rex VTuber. I am a variety streamer. I like to yap about things. I do model kit building stuff. I like to talk about, like, Warhammer 40k, Kamen Rider, Zoids, Godzilla, and just right now we're talking about deadliest trends in history. How is your stream, Peachy? Everyone go follow Miss Peachy. We love Peachy in this house. She's super funny, and her model is so goddamn pretty. Hang on, let me see here. But yeah, how was your stream, Peachy?
stumbled to a chair to take a break and fell over dead. News of the
Jesus Christ, dude!
Nationwide banning of dance marathons.
Let's see. Good did some Animal Crossing, did some Mega Bonk. Ooh, what's Mega Bonk? Yeah, what's Mega Bonk? Oh, excuse me. And we vibe. That's good. Yeah, because that's what we're doing right now. I just came back from a much-needed vacation, and we're just kind of vibing. Mega Bonk is Risk of Rain on crack. Oh, ooh, honestly, I've never played Risk of Rain, but I have heard of it. We watched some Mega Bonk. It looks fun. I will have to check that out because also my friend Piper also gifted me Fallout 76. So we might be playing Fallout 76 here pretty soon. Also, that reminds me, I need to sit down and watch the second season. I hear a lot of people don't like the second season of the Fallout TV show. I will be the judge because, like, I really liked it. I really like the... Okay, so, like, with me, I really liked the TV show for Fallout. As someone who is, I wouldn't say I'm a pretty big Fallout fan, but I am a fan of the games. And I have consumed the lore because I'm autistic as hell, and I consume lore like a sponge if it's something that I like. But no, like it follows the lore pretty well while being its own thing. So I mean, like I can't really like fault it on that one. Yeah, I need to watch the second season. Yeah, the first season was decent. The only thing I really didn't like, I did not like the main character. I did not like her at all. She was way too flip-floppy on like either being, there's a difference between being like a wide-eyed character in a wasteland and just being completely stupid. She's on the category of being completely fucking stupid. Because it's like she will learn about the environment, she grows as a character, and then just factory default of stupid. And it happens almost every other episode to where I'm just like, girl, just stop it. It's frustrating. That, and also I didn't like, I'm gonna be real, I didn't like the fact that what's his name? Not the Grey Knight. The Paladin. What's his fucking name? Is it Maximus? I think it's Maximus. I hate when they pull that. Oh yeah, no, and it's like that for the entire fucking episode or fucking season. That they turned in romantic. I didn't care for it too much. It was okay. The thing I didn't like what he did with the power armor is that he flew around like fucking Iron Man, which is something that you couldn't, canonically speaking, you cannot do that with that power armor. You just cannot do that. And yet somehow he's zipping around like he's Mary fucking Poppins. What I think is interesting is the gulpers. I like the idea of the gulpers. Because we never really got to see too much of the gulpers outside of Far Harbor. And it's kind of cool that they're like these axolotl human hybrid gulpers. Because in the games, gulpers are terrifying. Like, they're these giant Deathclaw-sized salamanders that hang upside down from the fucking trees, and they just drop on you. Mouth open, ready to swallow you. That is terrifying.
When they realize that.
Also, I'm just going to say this. The ghoul stole the show. The ghoul stole the fucking show. Just saying.
Albeit voluntary human torture isn't all that humane, but when promoters were raking in tens of thousands of dollars per event, stacks of cold hard cash
fucking Mario right
outweighed
there.
the stacks of cold hard bodies.
Okay. I'm not one for trigger warnings because we're all adults here and we can all like watch streams in our, to our limits and stuff like that. But this is I have a feeling he's going to show some really gross shit because this is all about foot binding. And if you don't know what foot binding is, it is horrific. It is barbaric. And I'm glad that China is kind of sort of not doing this shit anymore. I say kind of sort of because I think they still are in some remote parts of China. So if you are weak of stomach, I don't mind if you go watch someone else for this segment.
Hold on to your piggies, because this one's gonna cause some toes to curl. As a warning, there will be some gross feet pics somewhere in this section.
Yeah.
If you'll forgive my attempt at Chinese pronunciation, we'll get right into it. The practice of foot binding, or Chansu, dates all the way back to the Imperial China days, with scholars failing to
You have
fully
been
agree
warned.
on any one origin story. Some claim the practice to have existed in the 6th century, but most point towards the 10th century under the Tang Dynasty. It is believed that a concubine of unsurpassed
I will say this about China. China's such a weird place because they're so highly advanced, but yet a lot of the times they still are held back by a lot of like thousands of years of superstition and tradition. Like, they still grind up fossils and they call them dragon bones, and they use that for medicine. I remember watching a video about how there was an earthquake under like a bridge, and the locals thought there was a dragon under the bridge, so they actually called in a bunch of priests to bless the pole or the support beam to calm the dragon. It's so weird. China is such a great place to like honestly, it is, despite everything that goes on in China, it is a very beautiful country. But they still do stuff like this, but they're also so very highly advanced. It's so weird.
The first to bind her feet, though of course not by choice. Lumpy Dumpling Emperor Li Yu commanded the aforementioned concubine Yao Nyang to wrap her feet in white silk to resemble the crescent moon. She then performed a fancy dance atop a golden lotus statue. The emperor stood in awe at the grace and elegance of the woman's dance, so naturally
That's
other
some
women's
good-
status would imitate it. Women would force their feet into unnatural positions with the goal of creating
Again, final warning. He's probably about to show some serious, like, fucked up shit. You have been warned.
what were later referred to as lotus feet. You know, like the flower. Small, delicate, and beautiful. The teeny tiny tootsies were
Okay, yep. That's kind of like your taste of what's gonna come.
Chinese men thought that this shit was undeniably sexy.
Why?
Historians believe that the real reason was
Why?
they were selfish. See, this is what a real lotus foot looks
Oh!
like underneath the shoe.
Ho!
Scrumptious, right?
Oh my god. It literally looks like the actual outline of the shoe. For fuck's sake. It literally looks like the sole of her foot is a fucking hoof. My thoughts exactly.
Imagine trying to walk around on those things all day. The reality of it was that walking on permanently disfigured feet meant excruciating pain. This resulted in women walking very daintily and slow, if at all. It has been suggested that the act of binding, while convincing women that it was to attract suitable partners,
Holy shit. Who? Okay, I'm sorry. Like, call me ignorant of other people's cultures, but I'm sorry, but who the flying fuckery do would actually find this kind of stuff attractive? No, I'm dead serious. Who would actually find this stuff attractive?
actually a form of control, with men limiting the mobility of their wives.
Yeah, I would
This
say it's more of like a control thing.
bind
More
them to their homes just as their feet were bound to their shoes. This forced
because you
these
can't
women
really
into
go anywhere with it.
sedentary,
Because like
boring
it
lives
looks like
with
you're
nothing
literally
more to
walking
do
on what
than
used to be your
menial labor,
toes.
such as weaving and tapestry to help with the household income. All right, but just how crunched in were them things, you may be asking?
Ah.
And the answer?
Ah.
Pretty friggin' crunch.
Ah! Ah!
Ideally, the foot was to be no longer than 4 inches or
Oh my god. Oh god, no.
10 centimeters in length.
Where's the... Oh god, it literally doesn't look like a human's foot. So, yeah, it's awful. It doesn't look like a human foot. It literally looks like a hoofed animal. Or something, I don't know. It don't look right.
Ironically, the whole process was no small feat. Over the course
No
of
shit!
several months or even years, the toes would be repeatedly broken and tightly tucked
Ah!
into the
Ah! Ew! I hate it.
desired effect. Unfortunately,
The flesh shoe isn't real. It can't hurt you. The flesh shoe.
it's a sad reality that innumerable Chinese women
Ah!
faced for centuries. Well, no, actually, it wasn't just grown women.
Ah!
Young girls, too. I'm talking as young as just 4 or 5 years old.
¿Por qué? ¿Por qué, señor?
Gotta fold and mold them feet while they're still growing. You ever go on the Living with the Land ride at Disney's Epcot and
Yeah.
see the neat Mickey-shaped pump?
I'm not gonna lie. That okay. I've only been on this thing like maybe like once or twice as as like a kid. But this was cool. This was cool. I love seeing that Disney actually grows all of their food. It's kind of cool. Despite how much I hate Disney and how much of an evil corporation they are, this is kind of cool.
Growing. It's the same principle, but with human feet. The binding of
That's not
youthful
cool.
was not only practical from a physical standpoint, but a disciplinary one as well. It trained young girls to realize that life is pain, as well as the importance of abiding by societal rules and customs.
Don't talk
This
to me.
practice persisted from the 10th century all the way up to the 19th century.
Oh
By
God.
then, it's estimated that nearly half of all Chinese women had their feet bound to some degree. If it wasn't obvious, all of that cracking and
Fun
crunching of
fact,
the feet
all of the
didn't
plants
exactly
in
come with
Tomorrowland
health
are edible.
benefits.
Yeah.
A forced
I think that's really
deformation commonly
cool.
resulted in ulcerations, nasty sores resulting from the cracking open of skin, which were very difficult to treat properly. These led to deadly bacterial infections.
I'm gonna have to try that next time if I ever want to go.
requiring the full amputation of the
Ah!
affected foot. Refuse to cut off one foot, and you can end up 6
Disney
underground.
envisioned a
Foot
future
binding
where
started
food
to
is
fall out
was
of favor
the
towards
was that plentiful and accessible. The irony, yeah. And then like now it's like $50 for a fucking hot dog that's like maybe like 2 inches long, and a bun that's like 5 times the size of the hot dog itself, just to cover for inflation.
the beginning of the 20th
It's called
century.
shrinkflation, baby.
By this time, mass-produced textiles began taking over, leaving the perpetually working from home women to be out of a job. So they finally put their foot down. After exhaustive women's rights
Yeah, well, no
campaigns, the
shit, you're
Chinese
breaking your
government
fucking
took a
foot.
Step in the right direction by formally banning binding in 1949.
Oh, look, one good thing that came out of a communist country. One good fucking thing. At least
Now,
that
if you've got
stopped.
something that's beyond repair, do you ever just make the decision to break it a bit more to give it that sense of finality? Maybe just hucking a busted light bulb into a garbage can to hear a satisfying shatter? I have a deep garbage can. Well, gosh damn it, they did the same thing to full-size locomotives back in the day.
Wait, what?
Yep, if you had yourself a free afternoon and some spare change, you could waddle your britches on down to an isolated part of the plains to witness yourself a genuine high-speed train crash.
Yeah!
Because it looked cool.
Hell yeah, it looks
When you cruise
cool.
on down the freeway and notice a wreck on the side of the road, you're gonna be whipping your big dumb head around to see the.
That okay, honestly, so the term for that is called rubbernecking. And that is actually how I got into my my first and only car wreck, is that I was trying to avoid an accident and I rubbernecked a little too long and I actually got into an accident. I got into an accident while avoiding an accident.
Extent of the damage.
And the thing is, like, the officer was just like trying to ask like what happened here, and I just like no not even joking around, like dead serious. I was just like, have you ever heard of this thing called rubbernecking, sir? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, well, that's what happened, officer. I didn't even try to like hide it or blame it on the other person. Oh no. I was like, yeah, no, I was rubbernecking. I didn't get sued or anything either. That was the funny thing. Actually, shit. Whenever I got into a wreck, I was actually more concerned about the guy. Like, I was making sure like that guy was okay. True story.
We all do it. That's why we have traffic. But that curiosity and wonder is what drew crowds of tens of thousands of spectators throughout the late 1800s and early 1900s. The premise was simple. Beginning in 1895, railroad organizers figured out a way
Broken
to
as
profit
fuck.
off of decommissioning their equipment. Train engines deemed obsolete either by being outdated or having otherwise unrepairable mechanical issues were placed on a long stretch of track facing each other. Onboard engineers would then set the locomotives full steam ahead before abandoning ship.
Step on the gas.
Allowing them to become a physical demonstration of physics.
Yeah! This is such a dude thing.
Stage catastrophe. They were about as excited as a Second Amendment enthusiast experiencing his first home invasion.
I'm not gonna lie, that would be me. Like, okay,
Though, is that public
okay, honestly, like that would be me. Like, whenever I get like my own like little firearms and stuff like that. Like, if someone's invading my home, no, they're gonna be leaving in a body bag. This is self-defense. Like 100% self-defense.
safety measures at the time weren't much more than just standing back a ways while the trains did their thing. Nowadays, it's common for crowds to gather at scheduled demolition sites to watch tall buildings no longer be tall. But even at a bare minimum, safety nets are placed in front of the crowds to catch any rogue debris. Think about it. Even a small stone zooming on through at hundreds of miles an hour
Yeah, that can kill
can
you.
mean instant death. Well, that would have been a welcomed consideration in 1896. Just north of Waco, Texas, was the now infamous Crash at Crush, a staged train wreck that was more than what the crowd had bargained for. The planned crash was to occur at the town of Crush. Crash at Crush. Make sense now? The temporary town was
Dude,
built
that's such a cool
specifically for the
name for a
event,
town.
with an expected crowd of 20,000 Texans. But thanks to effective advertising, 40,000 showed up, eagerly awaiting to see themselves a tasty train wreck. Now,
Like I
this
said,
should've
this
been
is
the
such a
things
dude
weren't
thing, and
gonna
I
go as
love it.
planned, but double the crowd meant double the doubloons and the pantaloons, so the event stuck to schedule. The two trains were put in place and sent on their way, topping out speeds at 50 miles an hour. The steam
Damn.
engines collided, as expected, but upon impact, the boilers violently exploded. Not as expected. The explosion launched shrapnel in every direction, which naturally included where the crowd was standing. Well, butter my buns and call me a biscuit. I don't think that was supposed to happen. You know what? I think you're right. In addition to dozens of Southern fellas sustaining some bumps and bruises from flying hunks of metal, at least 2 Texans unfortunately yeed their last haw. But
Yeah, because you know, you have like, you know, metal flinging at you at like several hundred miles an hour after getting smashed, and probably maybe like shit, it might be even hot too, because you don't know, like they hit like the boiler or the coal thing or whatever the fuck it is. I don't fucking know. I don't know my locomotives.
Crowd didn't flee. Instead, they ran towards the wreckage to assess the damage and grab themselves a souvenir from the pile of twisted metal. After all, they did pay to see a wreck, so they were going to get their money's worth.
Honestly, I would do the
Despite
same.
Widespread report of the tragedy, the public didn't seem to care. In fact, these stunts only got more and more popular. Events kept chugging along well into the 1930s. When the
Yeah, because
train
okay,
finally
like
crashed and
honestly,
burned.
though, again, like it's such a dude thing, like that, like this whole thing, like Crash and Crush, that is totally a dude thing. It's like the equivalent of like dudes just going to like a monster truck rally. Like guys are super easy to please. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like watching like two trains just like come in and collide with one another. Oh yeah, no, that is something that we're gonna be like, yeah, let's go. Shoot, if I knew it was gonna be that dangerous, honestly I would actually try to get like front row seats. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm not gonna lie, I actually would try to get front row seats for that. As long as I knew there were like, I don't know, like safety nets and stuff like that, but still. But I think that's where we're gonna call it there for the night. It is going on 3 hours, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. But yeah, I think that's where we're gonna call it here for the night. Because I do need to get ready for tomorrow. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. I did have a lot of fun. We're about to have an ad break here in about, I want to say in about 2 minutes. We're gonna have a little bit of an ad break. We're gonna go to ad break baby jail for those who are not subscribed. But yeah, no, like I actually kind of needed this break. I genuinely did. But like I said, the reason why I didn't go all the way to like March was mainly just because like I missed everybody, and well, it seems like I might, the key word here is that I might be going on my hiatus a little bit sooner than later, because I got an email that basically kind of means that the army is like, all right, it's go time. Start, you know, planning out what you're gonna do for your schooling, basically. So yeah, that kind of needs my attention. The reason why I say it's indefinite, because I know it's not going to be forever, but at the same time, I don't know when that will be, because it's going to be a process, right? It's going to be a process. So basically what it is that my schooling will take about 2 months, and then I got to go back up to Maine, pack everything up, move everything down to Tampa, probably stay with a friend for a month, or probably not a month, maybe like a couple of months, maybe 3, just so that way I can save up, try to find an apartment, get an apartment, move everything in, and set everything up. Again, it could go faster than I expected. It could go slower than expected. I don't know. I do not know. But does it suck? Yeah, no, it does. Like, especially since I just got back and now everything's like, okay, well, all right, well, time for you to get back in there, soldier. Like, oh, I just gotta stick around for just a little bit longer. It's like, nope. So yeah. But yeah, so we're in Abreg baby jail time. So I'm going to take this time to find who we're gonna raid, and then when we get back, we will raid out to somebody. So I'll see you guys here after the ads. Alrighty, guys. Okay. So. Alright, so I found someone for us to raid. We're gonna raid my friend, Ping. Who is playing Silent Hill F. She's a good friend of mine, and I think you guys are gonna really like her. So, until then, everyone, I will see you all on, I believe, Wednesday. Yeah, I think it's Wednesday. I have to look at my schedule. Because tomorrow is my gym day. Because I am going back to the gym to start working out. Yep, so I will see you all on Wednesday for Fallout. So, until then, all of you lovely people, I'll catch you all later. Now let's go say hi to Ping.